Welcome to Outside the Box 2008, and also welcome to all of those who are watching on the internet right now. We are being streamed live right now on the internet, so folks that are watching home, hi Dad. A lot of folks are watching right now besides those of us in the audience. The first piece that you just heard was the Nunc Dimittis by Robert Evans, which won the Grand Prize Award 4 years ago at our very first Outside the Box. At this point, I should probably remind you to turn off all your beepers, cell phones, leaf blowers, lawn mowers, anything that might make a noise. At some point, someone's going to write a piece for Cell Phone Inquirer, but the world's not ready for that just yet. So until then, turn those off, please. Before we move on to the competition portion of Outside the Box, I wanted to read the announcement. This is what we sent out to composers around the country, put on numerous websites, kind of what we were looking for in a piece, and this might give you an idea as well. So when you're doing your own voting and choosing, you'll have an idea. So here is the announcement. Outside the Box 2008. Choral Union announces the third biennial Outside the Box competition for choral composers. This competition is presented in an effort to encourage fresh, innovative choral writing. The competition is held in a concert format. 5 pieces chosen by a screening committee will be performed by Choral Union on May 18, 2008. An adjudicating panel of distinguished musicians will select grand prize. The audience will have an opportunity to vote for its favorite. And the grand prize award is $1,000 plus an additional $1,000 commission to write a new piece for this choir, Choral Union. The audience choice award is $500 plus an additional $1,000 commission to write a piece for us. So your voting is going to make a big difference in the lives of one of these composers. All other finalists will receive $250. In addition, the 5 finalists will receive an all-expenses-paid trip to historic Fort Worth. And for the third straight time, all 5 of our composers were able to make it and are here this evening. The eligibility and guidelines, it must be an original, sacred work, though not necessarily Christian, for soprano, alto, tenor, bass choir with divisi acceptable. It can be either a cappella or accompanied by a keyboard instrument, and it may include one obligato instrument such as a solo oboe or violin. In the case of ethnic percussion, up to 3 instruments may be used. The text must be by the composer or in the public domain. If the text is neither, it must be accompanied by the written consent of the author. And the text may be in a language other than English. The submitted work must not have been performed or recorded prior to the competition. Outside the Box 2008 must host the premiere of the work. So we're going to hear the premiere of 5 works tonight. At 6, including the commission. Please include a cover sheet with all contact information. For the integrity of the competition, do not put your name anywhere on the score. This was a blind competition. Until last night, the choir didn't even know who wrote what. Each composer may submit only 1 piece. There are no age restrictions, and members of FUMC Fort Worth and their immediate families are not eligible. And now to the competition portion. And here's how it's going to work. Choral Union will sing each piece in the order printed in your programs. After each piece, we do invite you to applaud. If not for the performers, then certainly for the outstanding work of the composers. This really is their night to shine. However, we won't reveal which composer wrote which piece until a little bit later. So I'll ask the composers to stay seated, and then I'll stand you at the right time for the big reveal. We will then take a 1-minute break between each piece. This is a chance for you to make notes, for the judges to make notes. It's going to be very difficult to choose a favorite piece out of these 5. So that's why we have that 1-minute break in between each, so you can kind of make any notes. After the last piece in the competition is finished, we will give you 2 minutes to take any last notes and make your final decision. To vote, circle your choice, just 1 please, and pass those down to the aisles where our ushers will collect all the ballots. And finally, a disclaimer. These 5 compositions distinguish themselves from a large, highly competitive field. They are outstanding pieces of music. And on behalf of the performers, I apologize in advance for any lapses in interpretation that would cause you to think otherwise. And now, the finals of Outside the Box 2008.
Dignitatem, et quasi absconditus cultus eius, et spiritus Dignitatem, et quasi absconditus cultus eius, et spiritus Dignitatem, et quasi absconditus cultus eius, et spiritus Dignitatem,
At this time, will the ushers please come down, and if you would be so kind as to pass your ballots to the aisles, the inner aisles, and they will collect those ballots now. No peeking. And while they're doing that, can we have one more hand for all 5 pieces? Thank you. Before we continue with any more of the tonight's event, I wanted to share with you some of the stats. I love baseball, and growing up in La Mesa, we didn't get to watch a lot of games on TV, so the only way I could follow games was from the Bachs score the next day, and I would just pull out the sports page, and I love seeing who had the best batting average and who did what, and stats have just always been fascinating to me. So hopefully they're fascinating to you. If not, well, the next couple of minutes are going to be quite boring. And I'm going to share with you just a few of the statistics from this Outside the Box and Outside the Box competitions in the past. First of all, for Outside the Box 2008, we had a total of 99 entries. Those 99 entries came from 30 states. 12 were from Texas, though we haven't had a Texan make the finals yet. No one can accuse us of being provincial, that's for sure. 11 from California. This year we had a big surge in Illinois, who had 7. There were also 7 international entries, and those came from countries like the Ukraine, Germany, Bulgaria, and multiple entries from Canada and England. 20 pieces were set to a traditional Latin text. 11 were psalm settings, including 3 settings of Psalm 23. There were 4 settings of the Lord's Prayer. There were 6 settings of some kind of Christmas text, plus 1 piece with the interesting title, Skinning Your Knees on God. We loved the title of that one. And that brings our total through the first 3 Outside the Box competitions to 313 total entries from 43 states and 22 international entries from 9 countries on 3 different continents. So people are starting to figure this competition out and send in. We're very grateful for all the composers who sent in their entries, not just the 5 who are here today. Now I'd like to introduce your 3 judges who had the very difficult task of trying to pick a top grand prize out of these 5. And I think one of them is still just writing furiously. So I'll speak slowly. Actually, I'll skip him and come to him. You take your time. This is important, so you just take your time. I'll skip ahead. Next, meaning first, is of our 3 judges, is an excellent composer in his own right. He's a very dear friend of mine, and aside from serving on the faculty at Fort Worth Academy of Fine Arts, his own choral compositions receive critical acclaim and appear on many bestseller lists. My dear friend and fantastic musician up in the back there, Victor Johnson. Victor? And first, meaning second, now that he's done writing, I'd like us to welcome, he's our musical neighbor just over here to the west. For about the last year and a half, he has been the choir master and organist over at First Presbyterian Church, Robert August. And our third judge. 2 years ago, with pipes of tin and wood, won both the grand prize and the Audience Choice Awards. As a result, Choral Union commissioned the composer to write a new piece for Outside the Box 08. We are very excited to premiere this new work tonight, Ascribe to the Lord, and we are happy to welcome back the composer and Outside the Box 2006 winner, Alan Higbee. And now the premiere of Ascribe to the Lord by Alan Higbee. Well, you're probably wondering by now who wrote what, right? Now, the choir got to have all that revealed last night. There was some money exchanging hands, and there were some tears and hurt feelings, but we got all through it. Before that, I want to make a couple of announcements. First of all, there will be a reception immediately following the concert. Please feel free to go there and meet the composers and talk to them. This is really their time to shine. Composing is kind of, it's a very, you're by yourself a lot. And so it's rare that a composer gets a chance to really interact with an ensemble, much less an audience. So that's where they will all be if you want to get a chance to talk to them. Also, DVDs from tonight's performance will be available as well. So please do that. And also on the back of the program is a lot of information on commissioning composers to write a piece. Oh, there's our guy. All right. Let's put this here for right now. I have more to say. In the back of the program is a lot of information on commissioning. There are a lot of great opportunities for commissioning a piece for a birthday, to celebrate an anniversary, as a memorial, to celebrate an organ being built, or just some special occasion. There are tons of special occasions where commissioning a composer to write a brand new piece of music is an incredible way to celebrate that. So I hope you'll consider that. All the contact information of our 5 finalists, as well as Mr. Higbee, and I'm sure we can get Victor Johnson's information to you as well. But consider that, it helps the composers out quite a bit. Okay, so now you want to know who wrote what. And this is a chance for us to once again recognize our composers. I've been told by the TV crew that composers, would you make a complete 360 so that our cameras in the back can get you, and that those of you watching us via the miracle of the internet can also see your shiny, happy faces. So I'm proud to introduce the composer of I Am a Little Church, Jeffrey Drayton. Would you please? All right. The composer of In Paradisum, Edward Eicher. The composer of Now All the Woods Are Sleeping, Deborah Dyko. The composer of Et Recordatus est Petrus, Jeffrey Cobb. And the composer of Moses, Lynn Palmer Warren. Thank you to these 5 outstanding composers for their wonderful, and you could see it's a very difficult decision, I'm sure, for all of you. And it just amazing pieces, all completely different. All 5 composers will receive an award, a trophy, and at least $250 cash prize for this. But now it is time for the 2 special awards. The Audience Choice Award, this is what you voted on, and your choice was Moses by Lynn Palmer Warren. Lynn, would you come down? She's coming down the stairs. And the grand prize goes to, et Recordatus as Petrus, Jeffrey Cobb. Thank you very much for being here and being an important part of a musical event in the lives of the composers and in the performers. Without you, we couldn't do any of this. Thank you very much. We'll see you at the reception. Let's have one more hand for all 5 of our composers.